Good afternoon. The thrift store just got a new truckload of shit. Time to make yourself look even more like a loser. Gonna take you through another afternoon. Try and pay attention. I'm talking here. Afternoon, everybody. Hope your day is going well. Another day halfway done in Liberty City. Hope your afternoon is going well and you're not too over-caffeinated. Afternoon. Have you actually done any real work today? Hey, it's afternoon, which means happy hour is nearly here. That means something to some people. The rest of the city will be working late and cheating on their spouses. Arm in arm. It's the Bogs, people. Hey, I saw these guys when they were playing on the subway in this town. It's the Bogs. At the forefront of the Los Santos scene, the Yelling. Let's hear a track called Blood on the Steps. The band has been called High Impact Blues-Informed Rock Fiends. I call them the Yelling. Song about body language here on Radio Broker. I wish you could see my body language right now. Monotonics. These guys from Tel Aviv put on a show that often ends in such a party they cut the power and call the cops. Right at home on Radio Broker, it's Monotonics. Here's what happens when a DJ, producer, and a band get together to go to that place where guitar riffs and electronics join up. It's borderline. These guys are from Broker and have an album cover with a cheeseburger stuffed between a girl's ass cheeks. Cheeseburger with cocaine. Time to grind your teeth, people. It's Cocaine by Cheeseburger. Raw, pulsating dance rock from a band who is seriously in command. Foxy Lane. Heading down Foxy Lane, it's Command on Radio Broker. Afro-punk band Game Rebellion, getting rude and skanky with Dance Girl. Straight out of Broker, it's Game Rebellion. Big shout out to the Afro-punk scene. Lots of band names that are about drug abuse on Radio Broker. This is Get Shakes. The song is called Disneyland Part 1. I guess Part 2 is you get thrown out. Good evening. Since you like to live every day like it's Saturday, what does it matter? You're strung out, people. Good evening. Time to mug with a guy that has a beard and a $100 limited edition trucker hat. Good evening, Liberty City. Time to get to a dive bar and moan about your stepmom. Hey, time to binge on irony, people. It's evening. Right as that sun sets and it's evening in this fine metropolis, I wish a superhero would fly off a building, scoop me up, and take me to his magical crystal palace. God, I've been reading too many comic books. Juliette on Radio Broker, and it's evening. Smile and do something fun. I love the sunsets in this city. I'd maybe see more of them if I didn't have to work so many air shifts at this station. Oh, don't think you can actually make a difference in this life. You can't. The corporations have bought out the system, man. All we do is stay under the radar. Fly low, Liberty City. Fly low to the ground. Hey, Juliette here, taking you through a glimpse of the broker scene. Drug-addled, broke, and egotistical, but in an ironic and self-conscious way. So we look good in black and white photographs. Electro rock has finally got a place on the radio dial in a country that celebrates fishing for bass more than it does an independent art house film. Jesus. Hey, you're listening to Juliette telling you that every day is buy nothing day. Barter for cigarettes and you can really feel a sense of community. If you're an unemployed liberal arts major, you just might understand this. Hey, this is Juliette from the Licks, man. Check into it. Just don't fucking text message me. I'm busy listening to bands you never heard of. Alcoholism, bad haircuts, and trucker baseball hats. That's what being a brokerite is all about. Hey, it's Juliette and I feel your pain, so go dress in drag and complain about society. Eat your organic ketchup and think you're making a difference. Nobody cares. Yeah, finally, we're giving you some real music. Stuff that comes out of computers that isn't some bullshit video of two girls and a cop. What's happened with innocence? Why are we trying to violate our senses? What's wrong with you, America? It's the home of the asymmetrical haircut, the ironic t-shirt, and the overriding sense of self-importance. Plus, lots of unbelievable music. The home of modern rock, playing you some unbelievable music from all comers. Of course, we won't actually admit we like anything that much, but that's purely because we're socially awkward. Keeping the modern rock flowing here, all the newest music from around the planet. Music that proves that rock is not dead just yet. God, I love this music. Almost as much as I love posting on message boards and video sharing sites claiming to know everything and bad-mouthing strangers. Yes, that's what my generation is all about. You ever get a yearning inside so intense that you just throw up? Imagine feeling like that all the time. No wonder our music is so aggressive. We're on computers all fucking day. Hey, I got this great new bag the other day. It's a courier bag, which I bet you've never seen someone use before. I think it helps me express my individuality. I'm unique. Why does no one realize this? You're on the only station that plays new rock music in this country and isn't dominated by religious artists. Hey people, I sold my blood to buy an iFruit phone. Who cares if it's overpriced? I have to have access to music you've never heard of so I can tune out the world. I'm your DJ, Juliette, combing the vinyl and sorting through the singles, finding anthems for the disillusioned. Don't worry, sweetie, it does get worse. Can you believe the radio in this town? I don't mean to be self-centered, but it's impossible. Look at the patches on my jacket for rock concerts I never even went to. Rock music, computers, irony, sexual ambivalence. It's not much of a culture revolution anymore, is it? We're a generation that got too much, too young, and are now paying a terrible price, people. We have to dance like our parents, only we do coke in an ironic fashion. Ew. We've got a lot of great music coming up for you on the show. The sort of stuff that gives you the smallest glimmer of hope that maybe music can survive reality television. Stay good out there, Liberty City. Try not to submit to the man. Don't give in to the guardian of your trust fund. You don't need a proper job. Hey, I'm not as confused as I seem. Really, I'm just playing an elaborate game and everybody is laughing at you. At me? At you. Ugh! Revolt, people! Stay off the pills! How's your trust fund doing now, my hipster friends? Not so good, I imagine. Hey, maybe it's time to get a real job. Hey, Juliette here, with some music that makes you exfoliate, get rid of your outside layer, and feel good about yourself. You look great. Hey, if you're gonna groan and moan and pout about and complain, this city isn't for you. Maybe it's time you move somewhere else, like Duke's. Juliette here. We're gonna play a request in a bit for Lex in Middle Park. Finally, a place in America where you can wear dance clothes while skating backwards in inline skates and not get beaten senseless. Hey, really? What is embezzlement? I think if you do it in a tie, you're totally okay. You got friends in high places. Some music for all of you out there in line for an hour outside a place that makes cupcakes. When did cupcakes become the soup line for the trendy? How American. I'm gonna stand in line an hour for the privilege of getting fat. Maybe our parents just all smoked and drank during pregnancy. You have to wonder why these days parents are so worked up and stressed. You don't want to repeat the past. Oh, but wait. Here we go again. Hey, let's take a moment to bask in our bumper stickers and our irony. Look, I'm making a statement. Real change through a sticker or a button. Rear end me if you disagree. This is the station where hipsters go to say they've heard it all before. You know it's true. I'm not bored and disaffected. It just seems that way. It's ironic disaffection. Go figure that out. You see them on the streets here, but they'll swear I'm not a hipster. I just like being sexually ambiguous and wearing tight jeans and doing blow while I drink cheap beer. In fact, I invented it. I was there first. I think the name of my bank has changed about 18 times in the last year. I wouldn't mind a slightly schizophrenic boyfriend. They write good poetry. But it's really unrelaxing when the person that holds your money has multiple personalities. Am I gonna go broke tomorrow, or even broker? Calling out to all the trust fund kids out there, telling you to start wearing button-down shirts and chinos and just try to keep it real. You can't escape who you are. If you need energy drinks, coffee, and sugar to get through the day, maybe you're having the wrong kind of day. I'm just saying. I always thought we'd have a chemical future, but holy shit. And they call our generation junkies. LCD sound system. Get innocuous, if you even know what that means. Buy a thesaurus. It's LCD sound system.
These guys have been around since 1992 and show no signs of letting up. Magic Dirt, get ready to die. We're so self-absorbed that bands actually write music just for this station. Mood rock to dance rock to electronic rock. Bet you won't hear this one on a commercial station in this town. Let's hear some Prairie Cartel. It's Prairie Cartel.
Music that's on the cutting edge of fashion until ordinary people start listening to it. Radio Broker. Algonquins, yesterday's borough. We will keep our asymmetrical haircuts and androgynous ways right here in Broker. Radio Broker. If you're wearing women's jeans, you snorted coke and kissed another man, you belong in Radio Broker. Riding a rusty bicycle from the 1970s is your idea of cool. Welcome to Radio Broker. We're not hipsters. We just like this stuff. Radio Broker. Oh no. Somebody caught you smiling, and it wasn't ironic. Radio Broker. You're an artist. Although you can't quite be bothered to make any art, you belong in Broker. You're not a hipster. You were the first person to wear tight jeans and an ironic t-shirt. You don't care. You're over that. Radio Broker. We won't tell anyone. You've got a trust fund. We won't tell. Radio Broker. Be jaded. Sounds from the borough. That's so hip. It's Broker.
Radio Broker, it's my own band, Juliette and the Licks. Ed Davis killing it on drums, Jason Womack holding it down on bass, and Mr. Mysterious Todd Morse on guitar. Here it is, a personal favorite of mine, but maybe I'm biased. It's Juliette and the Licks with an exclusive remix for Radio Broker, Inside the Cage.
The lead singer of this band is from this part of the woods, the Jane Shermans. I think we all feel this way. I walk alone, the Jane Shermans. Hey, I haven't had my morning coffee yet, so don't even think of hitting on me. Morning, Broker. Wake up. You don't want to be late for therapy. Good morning, Liberty City. Hope you got some sleep last night. Morning, sunshine. You look incredible. That just woke up look is something many of us try to carry off all day. Hungover this morning? You deserve it. Do you even realize what you said last night? Good morning, sweetie. Hope you're not stuck in a horrible relationship. Nighttime has snuck up on you again. Hey, drugs will do that to you. It's night. Time to do some shit Mayor Ochoa will be revolted by. Hope the night is treating you right, people. Whatever you do, don't touch that dial. It's nighttime, which means a million lonely souls are laying in bed, pleasuring themselves to mental images of someone that would be horrified if they found out. How's this lovely night treating all of you? Be great if you could see more stars in the sky. I guess in the city they get moody and disappear too. This band is pure Liberty City. They call themselves Brazilian girls, but they aren't from Brazil. Guess they could be talking about downstairs. This song is like Liberty City. It has several languages in it you probably don't understand. It's Nouveau American by Brazilian girls. It's the Pistolas, the punk and funk juggernaut. It's the Pistolas. Radical Businessman, a great song from some art school flunkies. The band is Japanther. Noise rock for you boys skating under the bridge. Japanther, singing about fucking cops. Shake It Loose, blonde acid cult straight out of Broker. These guys say they don't give a fuck. Join the club. Blonde acid cult. Here's a band with some sleazy guitar riffs. DeLuca singing about how sleep is impossible. Sleep is impossible is the song. Band is DeLuca. I don't know, I guess my motto is if you don't get it, the joke's on you. But sometimes I'm not sure if I get it, you know? If you aren't from Broker, you don't understand Broker. And by that, I mean, of course, if you moved here recently and are some Johnny-come-lately hipster with a trust fund and a pair of women's jeans and an ironic coke habit, you definitely don't know Broker. Or do you?
Oh, what do I care? This is Radio Broker, music that exemplifies the vibe of the only borough that matters, where people roll their own cigarettes and the only reason we would ever go to a bean machine is to sit outside and camp on their free Wi-Fi, where you load your own MP3 player with all vinyl because it just sounds better. My God, if I wasn't so jaded, I might sound desperate, or vice versa. You decide. I'll pout over here. If you actually go to sleep on Friday nights, this station may not be for you. It's Radio Broker, where we're still drinking when the sun comes up, typically at an exclusive after party where everyone just sits around looking moody and very ironic. You know the type. That's what broker style is all about. We don't hang out with breeders. We're hopelessly single. We're dysfunctional, but in a good way. At least that's what my analyst said before he asked me out. We're angry and we can't admit it, so we just sit in a corner and pout, and occasionally we let off missiles. My God, I think some of my peers will end up in the government. All right, okay. The irony is starting to wear a little thin. It was funny for a while, but now it's just wearing a little too thin. Ironic hair I could take, but the ironic presidency, that's wearing thin. Hey, we're trying to keep it real here. And by that, I mean we are trying to keep it good and honest and fake. Listen, it could be worse. We could start interviewing porn stars on the show every morning like every other radio station. I never understood that. Who gets off on listening to a porn star talk about what they do in their spare time? That's what Americans want to talk about? That's the high point of our lives?
Welcome to Radio Broker, the stain on the smiles of teeth-whitened sycophants and Algonquin who thought they had our culture all figured out. Like every generation, we're feeling a little too proud of ourselves. Have we gotten it all figured out? No, but we've got moody looks on our faces and lack proper sleep. That's enough for now. Man, I can pout with the best of them. TV is like a bug zapper. It serves a purpose from a distance, but you get too close to the blue light and next thing you know, you're laying around on the ground, fried out, wondering why you can't move. Get out and see some shows, man. See some live music. Turn off the TV. But I have to say, I do like the new season of the Republican Space Rangers. You keep moaning on and on about rock being dead, but it's quite clear what is dead. And maybe it's irony or cultural hegemony or our 401ks. Why save money when some asshole in a suit has already spent it and got a government bailout? Hey man, think of me when you're throwing up a $10,000 bottle of wine over the side of your yacht I helped pay for. Wow, look at the internet, frothing at the mouth on every subject, calling our generation abject and cynical, dependent on a technological fantasy land that fuels our disdain, lacking a work ethic, instead retreating into a silicon box where our friends are just a list of strangers on a social networking page. Well, maybe we'd be more eager to show that great American work ethic and not be called millennials if the people we see working 8 a.m. to midnight weren't decapitating our democracy and evaporating our financial futures. Oh, these energy drinks are making me angry. Maybe we should all do some yoga, scowl at our high school reunion notices, and listen to some music. Radio Broker, bringing you the hottest music from the scene that will never die, the movement that will never die, the reason broker became cool, being a hipster, being in the know, being ironic, being ironically in the know. I know everything, okay? And that's why I'm so fucking bored. I think I'm a little bit more than bored by the people on the subways in this city that think we need a 1980s breakdance show while in transit. Remember when our movies had hope? Hope that a breakdancing competition could save our community center? Now when people want to try and make a difference, they make self-indulgent documentaries that nobody sees. We're playing some great music you may not know about. Or maybe you do and you're scowling at the radio with a holier-than-thou attitude. That's the burden of being a cultural visionary, isn't it? You've discovered every cultural trend except Friends. Lighten up. Life is supposed to be fun. The dark ages are over. Smile at a stranger. You just might get laid. I love it when friends come to visit and they ride around on those buses holding their video cameras up in the air. Who goes home and watches all this crap? Does everything in life need to be documented? Face it, we live in a disposable culture, and that's what this station is all about, I think.
Hey, it's tough living in Broker, drinking working class beer brewed in the Midwest out of cans. Broker is like an artist collective. And it's hard to always look like you just came off a heroin binge, but really you have a $100 haircut and designer jeans. I'm so self-conscious, sometimes I wonder, what's me and what's my reflection? You're on Radio Broker, and we are going to OD, man. OD on irony, OD on insecurity. Do you think we actually care about you? We're wrapped up in our own little microculture. Honestly, I just might be too cool to watch TV. I'm certainly too cool to tell you anything. Radio Broker, taking things electro, taking things dance rock. Maybe you should just turn the dial and listen to Liberty Rock Radio. We don't want any posers here, only people that listen to independent artists and buy your clothes at a thrift shop even though you got a trust fund. Real people just like me. Do you feel my pain? I'm so very middle class even though I pretend to be a bohemian. Luckily, I'm also very self-aware. It's terrible being middle class and white. That's why I don't give to charity. It's an ironical kind of miserliness you could not possibly hope to understand. These people want you to hate them. I certainly hate myself in an ironical sense with a flattering photograph on my blog. Here's one of life's great ironies. On the one hand, all my friends joined social networking sites. On the other hand, they're too cool to ask anyone to be their friends. Meanwhile, on the third hand, I don't like any of them anyway, and that's society, or at least how we see it.
Hey, it's weird how age doesn't make a difference in this town. Hell, 100 years ago, teenagers were getting married. These days, it's like a last resort, a resort where everybody is old, hanging out by the pool, listening to bad rock from 25 years ago, overeating but procreating, so their kids are teenagers when they're in adult diapers. Take a run in this city, get outside and run the bridges, get a little air. How great to live in a city where everyone ignores you and would kill you without hesitation. Really brings out the love in a town. Come on, try a little harder, Liberty City. Don't be such a victim until, of course, you are one. And in that case, sue. Hey, with the economy falling apart, maybe a few of you will have to spend a little less time making your hair look consciously disheveled, your expensive jeans appear synthetically worn before use, and actually live like a person that has to make ends meet. Won't that be gritty? Oh, really? Who cares? Is it just me, or have elections started to feel like Christmas? No, not that you get something you absolutely don't want and you have to smile and pretend you give a shit. It's that elections are year-round now. The networks count down to them and have to remind you how many days, just like Christmas, and you're tired of both before it even begins. How about no political signs or Christmas ads and coverage until a month before? Wouldn't that be relaxing? Radio Broker. It's like that guilty cigarette after yoga. How can a generation be so equally dedicated to a healthy lifestyle and an early death? Juliette on Radio Broker, an original tune on Radio Broker.
People say to me, why do you guys play commercials? That's not Broker. And I say, shut up, asshole. Habits are expensive. What would you do if you weren't brainwashed into buying things on a constant basis? Hey, think about that while we do a commercial. Let's take a quick break. Hey, we're just going to go sell out again for a second. We're just going to have to pay the rent for a minute.
People call up and say, Juliette, how can you be this jaded on a commercial station? And I say, God, are you that thick? Radio Broker is all about conspicuous consumption, but acting like you're keeping it purely thrift shop. Here are some commercials for things we act like we're too good to buy, but really we do. Let's take a quick break for some very important messages. It's commercial time.
Let's stop the sexual ambiguity for a moment and see whose lives the assholes in Congress are trying to ruin. Great! Why continue with music when we can get really gloomy about the direction of this country? It's time for the news. Let's find out what's going wrong in your country. Time to get really ironic for a minute. It's news time.
The program director says to me, Juliette, we're going to have to pause your show and do news reports. And I'm like, if there's going to be anyone on my show with one-sided rants about how the world is ending, it should be me, not someone worried about their news hair. Let's do some news real quick while I see how many people on message boards are losers. Time to check out the news. Hey, let's go hear about everything that is wrong in this city.
Hey, some talking head with plastic hair wants to tell you about the weather. Hey, listen to the weather while I go check my page on myroomonline.net. I don't know why we even bother with the weather. If you're a true fan of Radio Broker, it's always raining. It's weather time. Time to see if that makeup is going to run, boys. Weather time.
I love the sunsets in this city. The haze of industrialization really puts a smile on my face. Let's get an update on the weather. Whatever happened to acid rain? That must have been a really big party, man. Let's get a weather report. Weather report time, hipsters. Is that mascara going to run? Let's find out about the weather.
Here's an exclusive track you won't hear anywhere else. Exclusive to Radio Broker, it's the Greenskeepers. These guys used to be caddies. It's the Greenskeepers. Wrap it up, Whitey. NJ Whitey is the name of the guy behind this song. It's Wrap It Up. We play bands that are so hip they don't even have a name. Their name is punctuation marks. This is Chick 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 from Broker. It's Chick 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 with a remix of Yadness.